morning and Vanakkam. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here with you all in my initial days as Israeli Consul General designated to South India. First, I'd like to thank the people that made today's event possible. Mr. Dhillon, Director at Amrit, Professor Pradeep from IITM Madras, and Nanda Kumar, CEO, ICCW. Senior officials from state governments, Israel Water Attaché in India, Israeli water expert Mordechai Feldman, distinguished municipal commissioners and chief engineers, subject matters experts from various states of India, my colleagues from the Delhi and Bangalore offices, dear participants. Congratulations on the inauguration of the first India-Israel Water Technology and Training Center in India, here in Chennai. This is a joint effort of Amrit Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, IITM, and the Embassy of Israel in Delhi and Consulate of Bangalore. The first course is focused on achieving 24/7 water supply in urban areas. This initiative, born out of the collaborative spirit between governments of India and the Embassy of Israel and IITM Madras, represents a significant step for advanced sustainable urban water management. The upcoming Center of Water Technology at IIT Madras will act as a beacon of innovation and cooperation aimed at developing solutions that are uniquely suited to the complex water challenges faced by India's urban centers. South India in particular struggles with unique and pressing water issues. Rapid urbanization, climate variability, and competing demands from agriculture and industry have put immense pressure on the region's water resources. Chennai, for instance, has experienced both severe droughts and devastating floods in recent years. The challenge of ensuring a consistent and reliable water supply is further compounded by issues such as groundwater depletion, pollution, and aging infrastructure. Israel, despite its size, has pioneered innovative water management solutions that are recognizable globally. For example, more than 90% of Israel wastewater is treated and used for agricultural purposes. Our nation's journey from water scarcity to water security has been driven by innovation, strategic planning, and relentless pursuit of efficiency. We are eager to share our experiences and continue to find solutions with our Indian partners. Israel has its only water attaché in the world posted in India, a testament to our dedication and sharing experience and technology of water management. This inauguration marks a significant milestone in the long-standing partnership between India and Israel, and I'm certain that the Water Technology Center will foster tailored solutions and that will address the urban water needs of India. Finally, I would encourage all participants to fully engage with the program, contribute your unique perspectives, and share the knowledge gained during this week back to your communities. Together, we can make significant efforts toward achieving our shared vision and sustainable and reliable urban water supply. Thank you, and I look forward to witnessing the positive impact of our collaborative efforts.
Director Amrit, please, Mr. Dina.
Consul General, Pradeep Sahab, Nanda Kumar Sahab, all participants. First of all, in the start, actually, I will thank Tamil Nadu. This is my second visit in last 1 month. So, in last month we had we had a workshop on water body rejuvenation for 2 days. That was also in IIT Chennai. Professor Ligi hosted it. And Tamil Nadu has always been a wonderful, gracious host. So it's pleasure that I'm here to join again the gathering. This program was even our water body program was very ambitious for us, for Amrut. We were doing technical program first time. We were checking the DPRs. We were discussing on the technical issues. Actually, after starting Amrut, we were normally chasing the projects, progress and expenditure and physical progress, financial progress. Amrut 2 has, when we started Amrut 2, so we are now gathering technical inputs, we are cross-learning. We have started many technical programs. One is startup initiative. We have selected almost 105 startups we have selected. Those startups are working with 65 cities. So this is one. Then we have started like discussing DPRs for water bodies. We are started discussing DPRs for STPs, WTPs. Teams are visiting the cities. We are learning from cities, and across the city there is learning. Then 24/7 is another ambitious program. I remember we visited Puri 3 years back. So I think Puri started this some 7-8 years back. So this 24/7 implementation, and that time it was assumed that in India it cannot be successful. It is not a good program. It's just showbaji type. So but yesterday we were checking. I think we have taken 22,000 crore worth of projects in 24/7 DFT projects. 375 projects are working. So normally what I find that this type of gathering, this type of discussions, we know everything. Our cities know everything. Normally these programs vindicate our knowledge, what we are thinking, and we become more confident. Second, you see, it's when we are here for 4 days, so we will obviously learn from each other. And one culture I think we need to inculcate in Amrut and in all our technical programs, because we are spending so much money. But I have found whenever we were reviewing the DPRs, consultants are preparing the DPRs, and then we are normally it is assumed that those will be mostly okay. Framework is accepted, and then those get passed from SLTC, from Apex committee, from our from center also. I think we need to question those DPRs. We need to see those DPRs. There are some issues, and once DPRs are okay, then implementation of like tender, and then once tender is issued, then its implementation, and then outcomes. I'm actually very hopeful, and I'm very actually pleasantly surprised, because first when we have seen this program of 4 days, so I was not very optimistic that so many participants will join, but it's nice, and 4 days is a long time, and we will learn from each other. Today I think we are late by half an hour. My flight was on time, but I think there was some traffic jam because of some rain, and so my apologies for that. We'll try to stick to the time. Last time IIT Chennai was very particular. Even minute to minute they were our lunch, our dinner, and our bus timing. So there was not even a 5-minute delay in any of the session. So I think we will maintain good. It will be a good program. Thank you.
Welcome to IIT Madras. I am standing here. Well, I was supposed to be standing here and speaking on my behalf, but then I am also speaking now, also on behalf of my director. Welcome to all of you on behalf of this institution. Professor Kamakodi, our director, is not doing very well with his voice. He is intermittently coughing, So he did not want to come to this larger group, although he will be meeting some of us later in his office. Well, Madam Wiseman, Mr. Dylan, and Noah, and Nandakumar. Water to me is something and a substance which does not require passport. It belongs to everyone. And it goes between continents. It is for humanity as a whole. Water is for us today, if you look at the history of water, we really don't know where the whole water came from on our planet. Scientifically speaking, there is a whole lot of debate on it. But water is confined to continents in different ways, regions in different ways, the huge issue of distribution. There's a huge issue of contamination. We at IIT Madras look at all of these issues in different ways. I study water as a triatomic molecule, understand the molecular behavior of water and its uniqueness. For example, just last month I had a paper in this very reputed journal called Science on what a water droplet can do. So we study very many exciting things about water. At the same time, we study how water can be cleaned. Looking at the complexity of that problem, because you know that cleaning or purification has received Nobel Prizes. And some of you may know or may not that reverse osmosis, the person who contributed to that in a great way, is a Tamilian. His name is Professor Saurirajan. He is no more. He was one of the two who discovered reverse osmosis. So like that, there are a large number of technologies for cleaning, purification. A whole lot should be done, and IIT Madras contributes in many ways to all these problems. Mr. Dylan talked about a program that Liji conducted. Yesterday, I, along with Liji, we were visiting a village, understanding the water quality problems of that village. And it was shocking to know that 1 out of 4 families have a cancer patient in that village. So this village is the cancer capital of Tamil Nadu. And the problem is related to water. So there are issues of this kind. Issues are too complex. But what is the solution? Solution, of course, is understanding. Because I'm a teacher, that's my principal activity. In this next few minutes, probably I'll tell you a brief, short story. This was told to me by one of my very distinguished colleagues, who is not with us today. This you can't find in Wikipedia or in textbooks. This was a story narrated by Einstein. So apparently, in one village, long ago, during the Roman time, there was an invasion. The city was, or the village was conquered by an army. And the general asked the villagers, who is driving this village? Who is the guardian of this village? And villagers looked, here, there, between themselves, could not find an answer. But one person said, the bishop. You mean the bishop? No, not the bishop. Who is the guardian of this village? They looked here, there, they couldn't find an answer. Is that the inspector of police at that time? No, that is not the person. And they said this, that, etc., could not find an answer. Because the general was looking for the protector of the city, the village. Because nobody could find an answer, the general said, go and get the teacher. And the teacher, obviously, was brought in, and he was guillotined. And that is how a city can be conquered, by conquering the intelligentsia. What we have assembled here for is to have exchanged knowledge, and if that knowledge that can come from anywhere, if that knowledge is adequately utilized, we become the leaders. And that's what Israel has shown. The best of people, growing knowledge, collective wisdom, with sheer commitment over years together. And that's what this institute, this country has done. And looking at IITs, IIT Madras is now 65 years old or young. And this institution has been built because of this collective wisdom. So one of those great visionaries who built not this IIT, another IIT called IIT Kanpur. I did not meet him, but the person who worked very closely with me, he was my own teacher. He told me this story. Not a story really, just a small incident. The first director of IIT Kanpur was Professor Kelkar. Professor Kelkar is no more. And when Kanpur was built, Kanpur was having nothing, an empty, barren land. And Kelkar was putting the foundation stone. A pit. Kelkar, you can see that picture if you Google. Kelkar stands in the pit and puts that stone, and he looks at the people assembled and he smiles. And on his smile, you can see that evolving institution, that great vision for the next 65 years. Kanpur was also born along with IIT Madras. And if you look at today, these institutions have been built with great dedication. Here, all JEE exams are announced on that day. Results are announced on that day. Your exams are conducted on that day, that time, that precision. I have a 2 o'clock lecture, and it will start just on time, and it will close on time. And I wish you great time at IIT Madras. This is a small, tiny cross-section of IIT Madras. We do many, many things. There are 600 faculty members working on almost every area of science and technology. Of course, these days we have humanities, we have management, we have also built a medical school. IIT Madras is becoming a university with every branch of science. Among these 600 faculty members, some of us are fortunate to be what are called institute professors. I am one of those. 7 of us are institute professors of IIT. We have a great institution just on the other side of the wall here. So I welcome you to visit our laboratories. Today, I can also show you a lab where we can see water molecule. A single molecule in great detail. So in case people are interested in different directions of water, do get in touch with us. Unfortunately, I won't be in a position to spend all the time because today I'm starting a course on water called People's Water Data. The course is done along with Tel Aviv University. And we have 216 students enrolled. My first lecture is at 2 o'clock. So I won't be here all the time, but I'll continue to be here off and on. And I welcome all of you to our laboratories and to our institution. Have an enjoyable time. Please also keep in touch with us through email. My best wishes to you. Thank you.
A very good morning and a warm welcome from the International Center for Clean Water. This is a non-profit initiative of IIT Madras, established 5 years ago, now going to be close to 6 years, with the purpose of serving as a bridge between what happens in the academia so that we could take these technologies to scale through governments to corporates. So we trust your arrival to Chennai has been pleasant, and so far you had a good visit. So we have been very fortunate to put together this program along with the Embassy of Israel. So thank you, Noah, Ms. Weizman, and Mr. Dylan, Professor Pradeep, for supporting this initiative. ICCW has researchers and chemists, data scientists, engineers, social scientists, and we also have a very strong startup ecosystem to nurture startups. So we are looking forward to an engaging 4 days, the next 4 days. But way beyond that, we look forward to working with each one of you in your respective states, wherever you're coming from, to establish 24/7 water supply, and more importantly, drink from tap. This is something that's a dream. Most people in India would probably scoff at it and say this will not work in India, but we know it is working in Puri. We believe it's going to soon start working in the city of Nagpur. We will have people from the Indian delegation who have worked on 24/7 as part of this program, and how they have overcome the challenges. So I would love to, with my little experience, say that this is possible in India, and between us, we want to make it happen. Thank you very much, and wish you all a very engagement 4 days of it. Thank you.
So this program is a very new idea, basically, of knowledge sharing between India and Israel, who both experience different kinds and sometimes the same kinds of water problems. So Israel it started out as a very arid country without many water resources, and that was a very big challenge for Israel at its beginning of its existence. And this was we were able to overcome this by a lot of innovation and technology. And in India, there are other problems that are surfacing and actually challenging the people of India. So this is both a technological sharing of knowledge and a very important place where very bright minds, both Indian and Israeli minds, can work together. But it's also humanitarian because it basically will allow, hopefully in the future, access to water for all Indian people around India. So I think that this is the aim at the end of this collaboration, and to try and aiming high is a very important way to pave for success. So that, I think, is the most important thing.
Comparatively, Israel is comparatively a small country compared to India.
Very small.
So how come we are going to achieve the same result in India?
So it won't be exactly the same. The challenges are different, the landscape is different, the size is different, obviously. But some of the innovations and the expertise that were developed can be shared. That's why we're doing it together, because the Indians are expert in India. Indians are experts of what India needs. So hearing about the Israeli experiences and the solutions that were developed, and being able to, as Indians, to be able to think about them and developing them into the Indian solutions that are needed in India, that's where the collaboration works best.
Hello, I'm Noam Salem, Water Attaché at the Embassy of Israel in India. We are here in the Center of Water Technology and Training of Israel in IIT Madras with the help of the national mission of Amrut with their funding, and they're initiating this activity together with us. The aim of this center is to share knowledge, share technologies, and find solutions that can be implemented to the Indian water sector that will fit to maybe adjust them to India, solutions that worked in Israel for the last decade. And also to learn from India what are the best practices they are doing, and to really share expertise related to water. The topic of this week will be 24/7 water supply. This is something we really feel that it's an urgent subject to a lot of the states, a lot of the cities in India that really wants to transfer to 24/7 supply and not intermediate one.
Regarding this project, do you travel along? All around India? Which state have the possible to do it as fast as possible? In India, we have several states, and we have several landscapes, several different infrastructures.
Yes.
What's in your opinion? Which the state can be achieve this goal earlier?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question, because it depends on budget, and it depends on really willingness of the government to do it, because sometimes it requires changing pipes and changing a little bit the systems, and it requires engineering works, civil engineering works that will take time and money and will disturb the population. You need to open the roads, and so it depends on the government and how much they're eager to implement this.
So we are very early to comment on that thing.
Some of the states already achieved this. For example, Odisha, they achieved 24/7 water supply in most of the states, and they did it very nice and very fast. So it can be done if this is something that the government will focus on. So it can be done.
So which technology is more advanced you are using for India, which is not available in India? What do you think about the technology you are using for this project?
Here with us we have 5 Israeli technology providers that brought knowledge and technology that can really be implemented in India. For example, one is bringing preventing maintenance knowledge. It means that you don't have to wait for the problem. You can prevent it from before. It's not a technology, it's just knowledge. It's just learning how to do it. The second is, for example, collecting data from rural areas and faraway places that you cannot reach very often. So you can collect data about the water supply, the water quality, and many other data pressure and everything you need. We also have one company that is dealing with also analyzing the data. Once you get so much data, sometimes you need analyzing tools for that. We also have IDE company that is dealing with desalination, because one of the biggest problems in some states in India is the saline water. The aquifer is being more saline because of pumping, and so maybe desalination technologies can be implemented there. So, and also BEMAD, a company that doing pressure control and for the distribution system. So there are many aspects. It depends on the problem. It depends, as I said, every state, every village, every city has its own problems, own challenges. We will need to together to understand what is the best practice for each problem, each challenge, okay?